Welcome to another episode of I Know Jax. I'm Joe Talentino. It's safe to say that the holiday season is now in full swing. This week I was out shooting some holiday stuff for the show. I always enjoy that. Not so much sometimes. In this week's episode, we're going to start at a small place on Mayport Road called Hangar Bay. They have one dish that I really love. Take a look. I'm here at Hangar Bay on Mayport Road, and I'm trying my favorite dish here, which is the Hellfire Ramen and Fried Chicken combo. I know it sounds weird, but it tastes great.
Hellfire is our version of what's known as Tantan ramen in Japan, which is done the Hangar Bay way. We make a homemade spicy ground pork, throw some scallions, green onions on there, and obviously the noodles. It's got a nice spicy bite to it. It's about 3.5 out of 5. Not meant to blow anyone out of the water, but have a nice little kick to it to make it different than the other traditional ramen we sell.
So what possessed you to take up doing ramen and fried chicken together?
There was no ramen in this area. No one has done fried chicken and ramen to my knowledge. Ramen's easy to make. It's noodles and water. And more importantly, who doesn't like fried chicken? The military theme is different. I think the fact that chicken and ramen is unique, that's a draw for people who are willing to get out of their box. If they can get past the idea of, well, what's that all about? Then usually they find something on the menu that they like. So we have what's known as the best fries ever, which also takes the Hellfire concept, adds 6 types of cheeses, scallions, green onions over French fries, which are already very good fries. We've got the Mark 50, which is a spicy sausage sandwich, also based on the Hellfire topping. So if you like a spicy dog, that's going to be it right there. And we have mac and cheese, fried mac and cheese, and fried homemade biscuits, which are also very unique. Having a restaurant is like flying a helicopter. When you're flying a helicopter, you're trying to keep 50,000 moving pieces together going in one direction and one speed. That's kind of like a restaurant.
I know they think the Hellfire is spicy, but me, I like to kick it up another notch or two. Listen, if you have a favorite dish somewhere that I should try, let me know. Maybe I'll try it. This week I was out shooting another food story at Kenny Gilbert's restaurant on Southside Boulevard, so you'll be able to watch that in next week's show. Today I got Ron Block here, and we're gonna do a little cocktail for the holidays. What is it called?
We are. I'm calling it a holiday vodka tonic. I've been playing around with some things, and it really is a not light, refreshing drink. It's going to go with anything
And
right through the new year.
And it's the time of year for little drinky poo, isn't it?
Well, when isn't it? It's always time.
So let's get this thing started.
Okay, let's go. We're starting out with some orange peel. I'm putting it in there, and I'm adding some fresh cranberries.
Okay.
And we're going to add some sugar to that.
A little sugar.
And then if you have a professional muddler, you can use it, or you can use whatever you have in the kitchen.
We
That'll
got an
work.
ice cream scoop around, so that's what we're using.
It's a muddler.
It's a muddler.
Gosh. Just kind of crush that all up so it's all together. Starts melting the flavors. The orange peel is going to release some orange oil. Right, and it'll mix really well with the cranberries. It's a great flavor. Get that nice and muddled up. Add yourself some ice to the...
So you think al dente using a spoon? I usually grab it with my hand.
Well, it's melty.
It's melting.
The camera lights are melting it.
Well, that happens when you get a few thousand watts of lights from pointing at you.
It does.
I'm
All right, so
melting too.
basically put it in the shaker right after you put in a couple of shots of your favorite vodka.
And all vodka is my favorite. too many years in Sweden, man. I just,
Yeah.
it's like vodka, okay, yeah.
Vodka, sure.
You gotta keep that in the freezer.
Yes, and don't forget to add a little bit of fresh squeezed orange juice to the mix.
Nice.
Helps mix with the oil and the cranberry. Shake it up, and a great way to tell it's done is when the outside is all nice and covered with ice and you can hardly hold on to it.
Frosty, there you go.
Hardly hold on to it. Okay, then you just really take that off, put it all back in a glass. Add some tonic water.
Splash. I have the pre-made one over here, so I'm gonna
And
go.
you got one there, and you are set. Happy holidays.
Cheers.
It's good.
The Jacksonville Giants just started their ABA basketball season last weekend, and we're going to talk more about that right after this. I've been working with the Jacksonville Giants ABA basketball team since the very start. Actually, I've been to every game at Veterans Memorial Arena, and this year they have a new head coach, Jerry Williams, with the nickname Mouse. But he's actually not a new face to the team, no. He's been with them from the start as both a player and assistant coach, and even on-air talent for the TV show. But this season, he's taking over as head coach.
Considering the fact that I've been around the team since season one, anything from assistant coach to TV commentary, stepping up to the head coaching role is a great honor for me. It's what I want to do for a living, actually coach basketball. But it's nothing new. I mean, these guys, I've been around these guys since the beginning, especially Jermaine Bell and Ed Horton. So it's just like stepping into that Steve Kerr role when he took over the Warriors. You know, you just stepped into a championship team. Taj Wells is one of the guys that we really need to watch. He's a 6'8" guy, 220 pounds, could really get up and down the floor, very athletic. Plays with his back to the basket, which is what the Giants love. So he's going to be a very exciting guy to watch. Also, we have Aaron Fisher. Now, this guy is a high jumper. He's a little different than the other players on the team. You'll see why when he puts the jersey on. But when you come out, but that guy could really play basketball. I saw him at a camp, and I had to get him signed him a week later. So Aaron Fisher, Taj Wells. Okay, obviously I have Jermaine Bell coming back, 7-foot center. Could step out, shoot the three, ABA champ, ABA All-Star, ABA MVP. What can you not say about Jermaine Bell? So when you have a guy like him on your team, you're adding Ed Hollywood Horton back, who's also an All-Star, Gerard Tucker, who's an All-Star, Maurice Mickens, who's an All-Star, Elijah Smith, who's an All-Star. My cast is just great right now. We have fans like no other. You know, our fan support is tremendous. We're the #1 fans in minor league basketball, period. I mean, there's no team across the country that has the fan support that we have. Now, starting from season 1 to season 7 is like night and day, but they love the Jacksonville Giants and they come out and show their support during the game.
The next Jacksonville Giants home game is coming up on Saturday, December 17th. For more ideas about fun things to do in December, make sure to check out my post with the same name. Today I'm with my buddy Chris Chislett, the wine guy at Royal Palm Village Wine and Tapas. And today we're going to talk about something pretty controversial. Now, I was reading on your blog.
This is front page news kind of stuff. This is big.
Wine and cheese. Do they go together?
You know, it's the whole wine and cheese thing. Is even just wine and cheese as a sentence. People have wine and cheese parties
together,
and all this
like
kind of
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah. Well, I got somebody that asked me about this. It's a little over like 2 months ago. So, you know, I went to a wine tasting and I was doing like 40, 50 different wines, and you kind of get to
And
a
they were
point,
hammered
right?
at that
Oh,
point.
yeah, I mean, you know, at that point you don't even care. But what's the way to kind of keep your palate in check, you know? Because by the 30 or 40, I mean, even if you're spitting or, you know, even if you're just taking small sips, what's the way to keep your palate in check? You know, is it water? Is it crackers? Is it cheese? And, you know, wine and cheese, it's kind of been promoted as like this match made in heaven kind of thing. And sure, you compare wine with cheese, but personally to me, cheese, I find, if anything, kind of coats your palate a lot
Right.
more, blocks those taste buds.
Right.
And if anything, it kind of inhibits your taste buds a little bit.
Right.
So I
That kinda makes
personally,
sense.
yeah, I think
It'd be
that's,
like pouring milk over your tongue.
yeah, well,
and
exactly.
yeah.
It's kind of the, the thicker, creamier cheeses are definitely the harder ones.
Right.
But personally, that's where I stand, is that wine and cheese really isn't this pairing that it's kind of made out to be, personally.
Especially if you're tasting wine.
Yeah, definitely. If you're tasting wine, sure, there's no problem drinking wine and having some cheese. But if you're really
make that
trying
clear
to,
for the people out there who
oh
aren't,
yeah, I
that,
don't want,
you know,
I don't want nasty,
it's my
angry
audience.
letters next week. But the whole concept of wine and cheese, I just don't think it's this match made in heaven kind of perfect pairing. Gonna help you appreciate the wine as much as people think
water
it will.
and crackers.
Personally, water and crackers if you're really just trying to enjoy the wine itself.
So you heard it here first. Wine and crackers, not wine and cheese. We'll see you guys again on the next Wine Guy segment. My wife calls me the Grinch. She says I don't want to get into the Christmas spirit. You see, for me, living in Florida, well, it doesn't make it easy. There's no snow and it's not cold, so you don't really want to cozy up in front of the fireplace with hot cocoa. But Florida gets into the holiday spirit in a sort of different way, really different way. After all, there's nothing wrong with holiday lights on palm trees, right? Santa will find his way anyway. Here are 5 places that I suggest for getting into the holiday spirit. The Christmas tree at the Landing. I don't like to go to the lighting, it's just too crowded for me, but go by at night and check it out. This is a pretty impressive tree. And of course, there's the annoying Christmas music playing, as well as synchronized a 10-minute light show. Now, I told you it's an impressive tree. If that can't get you into the holiday spirit, not much hope for you. The Gingerbread House Extravaganza is also an awesome place to visit, especially for the young ones. It's the biggest fundraiser of the year for the Historic Society, so the price of admission goes to a good cause. It's the 14th annual this year, so you know it's a popular event. And really what gets you at the Gingerbread House Extravaganza is the smell. It's amazing. Sweet Pete's is one of my favorite places to visit, well, any time of the year, especially when I have people in from out of town visiting. I love the salty caramel sundae you can get at the dessert bar, and the place is always decked out for the holidays. It's like entering a fairy tale mixed with a good scoop of Willy Wonka. Night of Lights in St. Augustine. Now, visiting St. Augustine during the holiday season is a special experience. There are lights everywhere, and this is another must-see if you have family visiting for the holidays. Deck the Chairs in Jax Beach. It's a must-see if you're in the beach area. It's a great photo op, and there are lots of places to go and have a drink afterwards. Campeche Bay is right next to it, and they have top shelf Margarita Tuesdays. It's a great time to visit. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year! That's it for this week's episode of I Know Jax. I'll be back next week with a brand new show. And until then, I'll see you on the internet. I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Now, if this is your first time watching an iknowjax.com video, I would love to have you subscribe so that I can continue to help you find fun things to do in the Jacksonville area. Every weekday, I do a daily video update to remind you of the things that are happening this week. Plus, we do features on great restaurants in the River City and a weekly video calendar of events to help you plan for awesome experiences. And last but not least, every week we create a new full-length episode on all the best places to eat local, drink local, and be local. So subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.